the 16 entry control measures of Yonsei Central Baptist Church, the COVID-19 Response Committee of Yonsei Central Baptist Church, Senior Pastor Seokjeon Yoon. Let's keep ourselves, the church, the community, and the country safe from the COVID-19. Stage 1. Yonsei Central Baptist Church, our own live stream all church services. Yonsei Central Baptist Church began live streaming of all church public services immediately after South Korea raised threat alert level to the highest against the COVID-19. Yonsei Central Baptist Church live streams all public services through YouTube, church websites, and Logos Box. Stage 2. Yonsei Central Baptist Church, our own COVID-19 Outbreak Response Committee. As the South Korean government announced it had raised its alert for the COVID-19 to the highest of 4 levels, the committee is composed of the executive committees. Overseers of each group manage thoroughly and report immediately. Check the health conditions and travel route of church members. If anyone has any symptoms of the COVID-19, self-quarantine is required. Stage 3. Yonsei Central Baptist Church, our own self-quarantine system. Preemptive self-quarantine recommended after the first COVID-19 confirmed case in Korea. Those who are under 17 categories are self-quarantined so that they do not enter the church. 17 types of self-quarantine, more stringent than guidance of South Korea. 17 types of self-isolation. 1. Visitors to China within the last 60 days. 2. Overseas visitors, including international students from other countries, excluding China, within the last 40 days. 3. Visitors to Daegu and Gyeongbuk area within the last 30 days. 4. Those who have contacted residents of Daegu or Gyeongbuk in the past 30 days. 5. Those who have contacted a confirmed person within the last 30 days. 6. Those who have visited a place visited by a confirmed person within the last 30 days. 7. Those who have visited remote area within the last 30 days. 8. Those who have visited a funeral or wedding within the last 14 days. 9. Face-to-face workers. 10. A person who worked in a building where the confirmed person occurred. 11. A person who has been contacted by a worker at the workplace where the confirmed person occurred. 12. Someone who met someone who had confirmed. 13. People with fever or COVID-19 symptoms. 14. Those who have contacted Shincheonji. 15. Those who live with people who meet the above conditions. 16. High-risk group. 17. Those with abnormal symptoms. It is stricter than government standards. Stage 4. Disinfection of the sanctuary and sterilization of air conditioners before church members enter. All efforts to prevent and disinfect sanctuary and church buildings before worship. Thoroughly disinfect air conditioning facilities so that the clean, sterilized air is supplied to church buildings and sanctuary. Disinfection of the church building before entering. Air conditioner sterilization. Stage 5. Disinfecting vehicles entering the church. Mandatory passage of the vehicle sterilizer installed at the entrance of church site. Restriction of vehicle entry if rejected. Check whether the driver has a barcode for identification. Entry of vehicles without a barcode is rejected. Check barcode possessions. Stage 6. Maintaining distance, 3 meters away from others. Social distance, safety distance, 3 meters, 1 meter longer than guidance of Korean government. 2 meters. Promote awareness of the church members. In case of violation, entry is rejected. Stage 7. No allowance of food to the church. Bringing and eating food in the church is not allowed. All restaurants and lounges in the church are closed and no meals are allowed. Prohibit use of drinking fountains. Stage 8. Wearing a mask. Wearing a mask covering both nose and mouth completely. No entry for those who do not wear a mask in compliance with guidance. Even after entrance, those who do not wear a mask is sent back. Stage 9. Barcode identification system. Only church members with barcode identified are allowed to enter the church. No access of visitors, 신천지's, high-risk populations, the self-quarantine. If you are a member of our church, your identification will be verified with a single scan. Stage 10. Full body disinfection chamber. Proactively preventing the risk of infection by church members using public transportation. Disinfect all exposed faces of the whole body. Required to pass through full body disinfection chamber, no access if rejected. Stage 11. Temperature monitoring camera. Check fever through a thermal imaging camera. If temperature exceeds 37.5 Celsius degrees, return home immediately. At the same time, notify the group that he or she belongs to. Prepare self-quarantine reports. Report to the committee. Stage 12. Hand sanitizers. Enter into the sanctuary only after hand sanitization. No access if denied. Hand sanitizers are available at all times in church buildings, in all sanctuary entrances and elevators. Stage 13. Being seated 2 meters away from others. Make sure to keep 3 meters distance until seated. If violated, 3 meters distance until seated and 2 meters where seated. They are asked to leave the church immediately, and their entry is not allowed until the end of COVID-19. Distance between church members 2 meters to 3 meters. Stage 14. Identify the seat through the QR code. To check and manage the accurate traveling route and seat information of the church members. Develop our own QR system to see where church members are seated. Scan QR code and barcode of church members constantly. Scan location information. Where they sit is saved in the system through the internet. Stage 15. Exit the church 3 meters away from others. Church members being seated close to each entrance begin to leave slowly while maintaining a distance of 3 meters. Ushers guide and manage the travel routes of church members as they live, according to the guidance. Guide the church members to keep the distance until they leave the church grounds. Church members who do not follow the instruction are asked to leave immediately. No entries until the COVID-19 is over. Stage 16. Disinfecting the church after members exit. Immediate prevention as the church members leave. Thorough prevention of air conditioning facilities. Supply of sterilized clean air. 24-hour sterilized environment maintenance. Immediately after confirmation of the first case in South Korea, Yonsei Central Baptist Church organized the COVID-19 Response Committee and began preemptive disinfection of the church. Though the number of confirmed cases rapidly increased in South Korea, no church member has been infected by COVID-19 under the protection of God. Yonsei Central Baptist Church took a leading role to prevent the COVID-19 infection when South Korea was alerted to unprecedented spread. As a result, worship services were not suspended amid the COVID-19 outbreak, and both the prevention and disinfection system of Yonsei Central Baptist Church became a role model for Korean society and Korean churches. This was done by God with His wisdom. Until the COVID-19 outbreak ends, Yonsei Central Baptist Church will continue to encourage church members to disinfect themselves first and to prevent the epidemic at church, thoroughly asking for God's wisdom for our household, church, community, and the country, and will worship God with thanksgiving and glory. We give thanks and glorify our God, who gave us His idea and wisdom for the COVID-19 response. We pray that there are no confirmed cases in the country and church which uses this program. May the blessing of God fill you. Let's keep ourselves, the church, the community, and the country safe from the COVID-19.